An interesting fact you didn't know? All right, this knowledge seems interesting, and it's completely accurate, according to science.
Number 1. The doorway effect. You ever walk into a room and immediately forget why you're there, like you were clearly on a mission. You got up, you moved with purpose. But the second you cross that invisible threshold, boom, your brain goes full factory reset. What just happened? Did you get hacked? Is your hippocampus throwing a tantrum? Nope, that's actually something called the doorway effect, and it's real science. Your brain treats doorways, yes, literal architectural openings, as memory boundaries, like mental save points in a video game. When you walk through a door, your brain subconsciously says, "New scene," and starts flushing short-term data to prepare for whatever comes next. It's not even a bug, it's a feature. Your memory is contextual, meaning it ties information to where you are. Change the scenery, and your brain decides, that info. From the hallway, nah, we don't need that anymore, yet. And suddenly, you're standing in the kitchen, holding your keys, wondering if you came here to eat them or unlock the fridge. Scientists tested this. They had people carry objects through doorways in virtual environments and physical ones. And guess what? People were way more likely to forget what they were doing after passing through a doorway, even when everything else stayed the same. It's like your brain runs on the world's most dramatic scene transitions. So next time you find yourself blinking at the air in confusion, remember, it's not you, it's your mental tab management system, closing a window you are still using. Number 2, your brain forgets on purpose. Imagine your brain as a hoarder's worst nightmare. It doesn't want to remember everything. In fact, it actively tries to forget stuff. That's right, your forgetfulness isn't just a flaw. It's a feature. There's a thing called adaptive forgetting. Basically, your brain filters out information that it thinks is useless. Repetitive, boring, outdated data. It tosses that like expired milk, because if your brain tried to remember everything, you'd be a mess. You'd remember the exact number of beans in your burrito last Tuesday. You'd remember every typo you ever made, every ringtone, every awkward laugh. Too much memory equals total chaos. So instead, your brain has this shady little janitor system that deletes stuff behind your back. It doesn't ask. Scientists think this process is linked to the hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores and retrieves memories. It actively downregulates connections between neurons that are no longer useful. Think of it like decluttering your hard drive. Not because you want to, but because you'll crash otherwise. And this isn't just background noise. It's why you might forget someone's name 2 seconds after they say it. But remember the jingle from a shampoo commercial from 1998. The jingle had emotional value. The name, not enough immediate payoff. It's brutal, but efficient. So the next time you walk into a room and forget why you're there or blank on a friend's birthday, just tell them, "Sorry, my brain's in energy-saving mode." They might not forgive you, but at least you sound scientific about it. Number 3, your skin can taste things okay. This one sounds like something out of a weird sci-fi fanfic, but stay with me. Your skin, especially the skin inside your nose and the lining of your lungs, has taste receptors, like actual ones, similar to the ones on your tongue. They're not there to help you enjoy pizza through your elbows or anything, but they do react to chemical compounds in ways that affect how your body works. For example, researchers found that bitter taste receptors in your lungs can detect harmful chemicals, and when they do, they trigger a reaction that makes your airways open up, kind of like your lungs saying, "EW, gross," and then dramatically gasping for better air. Even crazier, there are sweet taste receptors in your pancreas. These help regulate insulin, meaning your organs might be tasting sugar just to decide what your blood should do about it. It's like your body has a flavor surveillance system. And it doesn't stop there. Scientists are still finding taste receptors in unexpected places. Your intestines, your brain, even sperm cells. Yes, your reproductive system might be a secret foodie. Moving on, all of this suggests your body uses taste, not just for well-tasting, but for survival, to sense threats, to manage energy, to keep you alive. So technically, your skin isn't tasting in the culinary sense, but it is chemically detecting stuff. Which means the next time someone says you have good taste, you can reply, "Yeah, apparently, even my lungs do." Number 4, your ears drain into your throat. You ever had that gross moment where your ear suddenly pops or crackles, and then your throat feels weirdly involved? Well, here's why. Your ears and your throat are secretly pen pals. They're this tiny tunnel called the Eustachian tube that connects your middle ear to the back of your throat. It's supposed to equalize pressure, so when you're on an airplane and your ears pop, that's the tube doing its job, sort of like your body's built-in pressure valve. But here's the disturbing twist. It also drains mucus and other lovely fluids from your ears into your throat, which means every time you swallow or yawn, you're casually helping your ears empty their contents. Yum. That drainage is normal, but when you're sick or congested, things get backed up. Pressure builds, ears feel like underwater balloons, and if bacteria decide to party in that fluid, boom, ear infection. Bonus grossness. If the tube gets completely blocked, your body might reroute the pressure elsewhere, like your sinuses, making your whole head feel like a clogged water pipe. So, the next time your throat feels funny and your ear goes pop, that's just your body running internal plumbing behind the scenes. And suddenly, every gulp of tea you take during allergy season feels a little more connected, doesn't it? Number 5. Your brain can simulate pain that doesn't exist. Imagine you lose a leg, but your brain still insists it's there. Not only that, it claims it hurts. Welcome to the confusing nightmare of phantom limb pain. Your brain doesn't just track your body, it remembers it. Like a clingy ex, it refuses to let go, even when your body moves on. So after an amputation, some people still feel the missing limb. They feel heat, tingling, cramps, or full-on pain. And the pain is real, just not in the way you'd expect. See, your brain has a body map stored in the sensory cortex. When part of your body is suddenly gone, the brain doesn't get the memo right away, so it keeps sending signals. It's like trying to call a disconnected number over and over, only instead of a dial tone, you get searing pain. Sometimes, your brain even reroutes signals meant for the missing limb. Touch your cheek, and your brain might swear you touched your missing hand. Yes, your nervous system is glitchy and dramatic. There are treatments, like mirror therapy, where you trick your brain into thinking the phantom limb is there and moving again. Because your brain, for all its power, is surprisingly easy to gaslight. So yeah, your brain can literally invent pain. It's like the world's worst improv actor, making things up, but also making sure they hurt. Number 6. Your nose is built for selective smell denial. Have you ever walked into a room, thought, ooh, what died in here? And 5 minutes later, you barely notice it anymore. That's not mercy, that's your brain doing smell censorship. Your nose detects odors, but it's your brain that decides whether to keep noticing them. This is called olfactory adaptation, and it's why you can walk around blissfully unaware that you smell like gym socks and garlic fries. It happens fast. Within minutes, your brain starts filtering out constant smells. It's basically like, okay, this stink isn't actively killing us, moving on. This is great for survival. If you focused on every scent 24/7, you'd go nosy insane. But it also means you could be marinating in your own personal stink bubble and have no idea. That's why you can't smell your own perfume after a while, or worse, your own funk. Even weirder, the adaptation doesn't just affect your perception, it affects your behavior. You might avoid someone else for smelling bad, but your own identical scent, invisible, because your brain decided you're the exception. The flip side, certain dangerous smells like smoke or gas leaks don't get filtered out. Your brain flags them as red alert stimuli. So, even if you've been in a smoky room for a while, that sharp scent lingers. Evolution decided those smells still matter. So next time someone subtly offers you a mint, maybe don't argue. Your brain might be hiding the truth from your nose. Number 7. Your spine has a panic button, and it hits itself. You know that moment when you twist the wrong way and suddenly your whole back screams in pain? You didn't break anything. There's no injury. But somehow, your body acts like you've been hit by a truck. Welcome to the bizarre world of protective muscular spasm, aka your spine's version of a security system meltdown. Here's how it works. Your back is full of tiny sensors that constantly monitor movement, pressure, and alignment. When something feels off, maybe you twisted too quickly, lifted wrong, or just sneezed while tying your shoe, your body panics. Your spine basically yells, lock down everything, and your muscles obey, tightening into painful knots to keep you from moving more. Ironically, this spasm often causes more pain than the thing it was trying to prevent. It's like hiring a security guard who immediately tackles you every time you open the fridge to fast. Even worse, once the muscles clamp down, they can take days or even weeks to calm down. The inflammation cycle starts, nerves get irritated, and suddenly your body is treating mild discomfort like a catastrophic threat. All of this without any actual damage, just your own nervous system catastrophizing on your behalf. So if you've ever pulled your back doing nothing, congratulations. Your spine hit its own panic button, and your muscles went DEFCON 1 for no reason. Number 8. You can get addicted to your own stress hormones. Addiction doesn't just come from substances. Your body can get hooked on itself. More specifically, on the chemicals it releases when you're anxious, panicked, or emotionally wrecked. Yes, your nervous breakdowns might be weirdly rewarding, at least biochemically. Here's the kicker. When you're stressed, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones rev you up, heart racing, pupils dilating, everything on high alert. For short-term survival, perfect. For your 40-minute existential crisis while stuck in traffic, not so great. But if your brain starts associating those chemical spikes with productivity, urgency, or emotional intensity, it starts chasing the feeling. That's right, you can subconsciously seek out stress because the rush feels familiar. It's your brain going, let's relive that panic attack from Tuesday. That was spicy. Some people even feel bored or weirdly empty when they relaxed because their brain has been rewired to expect a flood of stress juice just to feel normal. So while your therapist is telling you to slow down and breathe, your nervous system is sneaking out the back door looking for its next adrenaline hit. It's like having a roommate who keeps starting fires because they miss the thrill of putting them out. Number 9. Your hands might be lying to you right now. Hold your hands out in front of you. Wiggle your fingers. Seems normal, right? Feels like your brain has everything under control. Yeah, well, your hands are actually freelancing most of the time. See, your fingers are so twitchy, complex, and sensor-packed that your brain often hands off their control to a system called the central pattern generator. It's like the autopilot of movement. That means some of your hand motions, especially repetitive ones, like typing, buttoning a shirt, or playing an instrument, don't even go through your conscious brain. Your hands just do things often faster than you can think about them. This is why you can accidentally hit send on an email before finishing your sentence. Or drop your phone while trying to catch it, and your hand reacts before you realize what happened. It gets weirder. In cases of neurological damage or sleep disorders, people have reported their hands moving independently or even acting against their will. It's called alien hand syndrome. And yes, it's just as creepy as it sounds. So yeah, your hands aren't entirely on your side. They're fast, twitchy, and running semi-autonomous software you didn't authorize. Basically, your body's most useful tools are kind of rogue agents. With a God complex,